We will start the herring process with the number 8020 and 8021 hair blade, and we will use those, as you can see, with just short strokes. And in this case, they will flow out in this direction. And it's very important to do short strokes. Because the hair, especially around the muzzle here, is very short, so we'll use very short strokes. And notice how they come in toward the nose. And a good idea is to turn it so that you can get your blade underneath where you did the beveling. Make sure you keep the strokes going in the same direction, and make sure you do short strokes. We will continue now doing the other side. Now we will do the nose, and we'll kind of do it, as you can see here, so that it comes kind of giving us a rounded looking effect. And as we did before, short strokes. Notice each stroke I make is kind of on a curve too. I kind of go in a circle and then hit it on the way around. On the other side, I go the other direction. Now we will continue this method all around the face. This is how our tiger looks after we have done all of the work with the hair blade. We'll now continue with the hair. To complete the hair on the muzzle, the nose, and most of the face, we're going to use the A888 background tool, but we're not going to use it the way you normally would. We're not going to stamp it. We're going to hold it, and we're going to sort of pick with it, as you see me doing here. And as we pick, we're picking up some of the fibers of the leather and making it look more natural. Push and lift, push and lift. This will take a while, so take your time. And just push and lift. This tool is sharp enough where it should create some nice texture for you. Now we will continue this, and we'll come back to you in a few moments. Please note now, as I am doing the 888 tool on the nose, I'm using the heel of the tool as opposed to the point. And as I explained before, I'm sort of pushing and lifting. As I get up on the top of the head and the outer parts of the face, I'm making my strokes with this 888 tool a little longer. In other words, just a straight pick, I'm letting it slide a little bit, and then makes the hairs look a little bit longer. It is now time to go back to the swivel knife and put some of the whiskers onto the muzzle. Just use the tip of the knife and make a few rows, as you can see me doing here. Now we'll also use the swivel knife to complete the hair in the ears. It's long hairs, and it's just a matter of dragging the knife at random from the inside out, turn it, and drag more lines from the outside in. We'll do that to the other ear. We will also do that to these longer hairs along the edge. Being careful down here not to get onto my whiskers. Drag these lines from the outside in. Be very careful down here around the whiskers. And then for this next row, we can drag some in just part way, not quite as deep. And the hairs down below the chin, we'll do the same thing. Drag them from the outside in, but not real deep. We'll do the same thing now to the other side. Up here above the eye, we also have some longer hairs to scratch on there with the swivel knife. We'll do that on both sides. Also on make some deeper cuts here with some hair that normally stick out up here. And some of the whiskers down here, there's some smaller ones, so we can just cut them out with the swivel knife. There's some areas down here where the whiskers come out of the muzzle that I would like to mat down so that I get more definition in there. I'll use that with the number 98 and 99 matting tools or background tools, and I will very carefully now, and not strike too hard, just mat that down so that my whiskers stand up even more. I'll go to the smaller one in these tighter areas. Not necessary to hit real hard. These are small tools, so if you hit too hard, you'll go too deep. Now we'll do the same thing on the other side. And now, as you can see, our whiskers stand out much better. The final step is to do matting around the head to make it stand out from the background. And today I have chosen the M885 matting tool, and I'll use that along the edge. As you can see now, I am tipping it forward so that I create texture, but I do not leave a halo. So then I'll come back, tap lightly, and rotate the tool to fade it to nothing from the edge. Here I'll tip it up, strike rather hard, come back, hold it straight, and then taper it off. You'll note now as I come down this edge where we had all those tool marks, since this tool is rather rough, it takes away all of those tool marks and makes the ends of these cuts look real natural. Here again, I'm tipping it forward, not left or right, just forward. Then I'll come back, hold it straight up and down, and taper it off. And here we have our finished tiger head, all ready for you to color and finish the way you'd like it. For more instruction on a tiger head and other types of figure carving, I would like to recommend the Art of Embossing Leather by Al Stolman, and also Figure Carving Finesse by Al Stolman.